my yak, I wanna dance. I'm on that yak, I wanna dance. Come get your man before I put him in a trance. I'm in my yak, I'm on that yak, I wanna dance. Come get your man.
All right, what's up, you guys? Let me just go ahead and pause real quick because your girl hooked up that intro, no lie. Okay, but as you see for the title, I'm teaching y'all how to make your own sugar wax from home. And let me just tell y'all, I am no expert. I literally found this ingredients and hooked it up because it was household items that I already had. And yeah, so you're gonna need a cup of white sugar and 1/4 of water and 1/4 of lemon juice. So with the liquids, I kind of just put them together. That's why it looks like that. And yeah, because I'm not gonna waste extra bowls, as you feel me. And therefore, I just kind of like the next step that I do is just you saute it up and you make it warm and melt it down, because all that grainy sugar is just not what your consistency that you're looking for. So this is me just heating it up and saucing it up. All right, so now you see it's bubbling, and I think okay, let me put another disclaimer. So you see how it's bubbling right now? That's a little too fast, and it got brown super quick. Okay, I want to say this whole process took about 11 minutes, but let me just tell y'all, I didn't let it got too, it's so brown. I think I was going for that honey look with this wax, and time kind of slipped away because it's supposed to be light brown, but we just gonna work with what we got, okay? And at this point, I was feeling pretty confident in this little mixture. So of course you want to get something to store it in. So of course I'm gonna use a glass jar, just because I didn't want to use a plastic jar and it melt right through I didn't want it to cause no problem. But before I even pour it in, I'm gonna layer the jar with coconut oil just so it doesn't stick to it. It gives it a barrier instead of just waxing onto the glass. It gives it a little layer of, if I need to remove it, I can remove it, So this is just putting a little barrier between the wax and the glass. Alright, so now I'm ready to pour. And you just pour it all in. You see how it's so brown? I think I overcooked it, but then again, it was the perfect consistency of wax, you would expect your wax to look like that, And yes, I do have a wax pot, so I know what real wax is supposed to look like, but we doing it the natural way. We doing it the natural way, okay? All right, and a boom. And I let it cool off for about, I let it cool for about 20 minutes. And I did try to apply it on my leg. Turns out I burned the crap out of myself. So, yeah. Hey guys, so as you see, that is how I made the sugar wax. And okay, so I left the sugar wax probably to sit for about a week and a half, right? So because when I first tested it out, it burned the heck out of my legs, and I don't know if it was just super too hot or what, I don't know what happened, but this is what it looks like today, to date. So it's still in this jar, this is what it is. And it's hard as a rock, so I can't really do anything for it. I don't know if I made it too brown or caramelized it too long. Like, I don't know what happened, but it doesn't pick up anything. It's kind of like a dub. Let me try warming it up and see what happens. Warm for about a minute, and okay, so we getting some action here. Oh, hold on. Okay, so this is probably like the perfect temperature, I guess, but it's still hard as a rock. Like, to try to move it out of the jar. Like, they say you're supposed to, like, underneath this top layer is some good stuff, right? But you just gotta get to it. Like, I'm honestly scared to see what's gonna happen. Okay, so now that I got to the under layer, right? That's the good stuff underneath. So, boom. Okay, so this is supposed to be the stuff that you put on your skin, right? But this don't be grabbing nothing. So let me try to put it on my leg. Let me see. What hair is it getting? Maybe I'm not putting it on accordingly, but all I feel like it's doing is just, it ain't doing nothing, y'all. So I'm not mad that I wasted like a cup of white sugar, because at this point, this is just putty that I'm playing with. Sugar waxing for me, although it's, you know, natural and probably better for you, I'm just gonna call this a dub and clean out my bowl, because I have failed. Because I'm gonna just call this a dub, because I ain't doing nothing with this. So if you ever want to try sugar wax, maybe try when it's light brown, and I'll probably turn down the heat so it wouldn't dissolve as fast, because this is pretty much just paste and it's not even I'll just stick to my beaded wax and continue to wax from there. So sugar wax, it's a dub. Yeah. All right, I'm over it.